Good morning, traders. Richard here doing a quick Ichimoku cloud chart market view of the Nasdaq100, considering the recent price action. Now, the market sliced through the turning line of the cloud there, lost support there, rebounded from the standard line back up to the turning line. The turning line then became resistance. The market also failed to find support at the front end of the cloud there, so that would be now a new resistance zone, is the front end of the cloud, 16215. Sliced through this support level. There's two downside risk targets. It's the all highs over here roughly, and then the front end of the cloud, there's two levels to watch out for. This front end cloud chart support level 15867 will be interesting to see if we get a rebound there. If we don't get a rebound from this front cloud support level, then we're going to dip into the 15688 zone, and then ultimately there's a significant downside risk to the front end of the cloud right here at this level of 15572, and that coincides well with this standard line support zone there. So these are the downside risk targets in the market. We've had a MACD sell signal, so no time to be a hero right up here, but these are the downside risk targets. And then if weakness further persists, then the bottom end of the cloud here could be a major rebound zone at 15425. Now, turning to the weekly, just to get a bit of a bigger picture view, we can see the front end of the cloud support level is roughly 15425, and that coincides well with the turning line support level, and we now know that level from the daily is also a key support zone. So there's significant downside risk to the standard line of the cloud, this purple line here, when that catches up with 15425. So 15425 is another significant downside risk if we don't get a rebound from these other support levels. Now, the market is still very extended from the top end of the cloud there, so there's still significant downside risk, massive divergence between the price action and the MACD here, so there could still be some weakness on the weekly. Now, if we look at the monthly and the quarterly, you can see how extended this market is from the top end of the cloud here, beautiful bubble. And you can see how far away it is from the front end of the cloud here of 11,000. So that's the long-term downside risk on the quarterly. Turning to the 4-hour chart, gives a bit more idea what's happening intraday. Slice through the top end of the cloud. Now, if the market slices through the bottom end of the cloud, the outlook will change from bullish to bearish. Price action above the bottom end of the cloud is still somewhat bullish. So as long as the Nasdaq stays above the bottom end cloud chart support level, we could see a rally into the year and back up to these key resistance zones. But key levels, it's tested. Yesterday, it found support at 15867, and that's this standard line support zone. But there is still some downside risk to 15688 that we know comes off the daily chart, as well as this front end cloud chart support level there. That's another major line in the sand, so to speak. To keep this rally going, we need to stay above the bottom end cloud chart support levels. So will be interesting to see if we get a rebound from those levels. That's also a support zone that failed, 16,000, and then the upside risk, in case we get a rebound, is now the top end of the cloud is the first level of resistance, and then the next one is the ultimate front end of the top end of the cloud, roughly around about there. So there's downside risk to the bottom in the cloud in the Nasdaq if we don't get a support rebound at these current levels. Now, turning to the hourly, gets a little bit more in tune. Bearish outlook on the hourly. We are below the bottom end of the cloud, and if we now zoom in further, we can see where the next key levels of support is, and we can see these downside support targets at this bottom end cloud there, that level there of 15640, and then this level that comes off the daily of 15688. So watch out for these downside targets. If we get too far away from the bottom in the cloud, then we get mean reversion basically. So we could see a rebound back up to the bottom end of the cloud. But the 4-hour chart, there's downside risk to these levels here, and this 15688, and on the daily chart there's downside risk to the front end, the top end of the cloud here. 15688 is the first level of stop, and then 15572. Until next time, happy cloud chart trading. Bye for now.